DJ Lennox. DJ Lennox.
I grew up, first 12, 13 years of my life in Queens, New York, then moved to Fort Lauderdale, Florida, where I spent the rest of my, up until now. When I moved to Florida, I got on the radio, on a college radio station at Nova University, and I wasn't even going to the school. A friend of mine had a show on there. He went to that school, and he brought me in to be his co-host, and they had turntables in there. So I went out and I bought records. I was like, I always wanted to try this, so that's pretty much how I started. I grew up, my dad had records in the house. He wasn't a DJ or anything, but he had records because that's what you had back then, you know what I'm saying? So he would play records all the time, and he would have a lot of like old school R&B, even disco. And I remember he actually took me to the record store a couple times when I was real little, and I bought I think the first record I ever bought, I wasn't even thinking about being a DJ at this time. I had like Roxanne, and I think something from the Fat Boys. And just growing up in New York, obviously the hip hop culture is all over. So listening to the radio, Run DMC and Slick Rick all day, On the radio, I know, I'm playing for stadiums of people, you know what I'm saying? When I'm in the club, it's only maybe, anywhere from 300 to 1,000, maybe, 1,000 people. But on the radio, I get to be a little more creative because I don't have to keep the dance floor moving. I just gotta keep people vibing, So, I get to be a little more creative, playing my own remixes and different stuff like that. In the club, I just feed off the crowd, If the crowd is hype and they like the stuff that I like to play, it makes the night go by so much quicker. But if they just want to hear like the same thing all night, if it's a crowd that's not versatile at all in their music preferences, and I want to go home, like it's whack. As far as the mixtape scene goes, the mixtape is where I really, really get to be creative and do whatever I want, So sometimes I'll sit in my little studio at the house, at the crib, and I'll work on a mixtape it might take me, I did one mixtape that took me about 3-4 months to finish, and that was Live Big Part 2, which was all remixes of Notorious B.I.G., Big Pun, and Big L, and I got original beats from different producers and stuff. That mixtape is, I'll never do a mixtape better than that one. So if you're listening to this, download that Live Big Volume 2. I would like to see people, open up their mind more to different genres or different, even hip hop now has different genres. Hip hop was just a genre before. Now there's different genres in hip hop. So I just wish people would open their mind more to different styles of music. DJ
Lennox. DJ Lennox.